Going on. Get the stream going. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Had quite the morning already. Got some videos out there for you guys. I posted one on Instagram already. Got another one coming out in a few hours to Benzinga. And we got the ball rolling. Let's go over some analysis, see what we're cooking with today. So let's start with... Cool. Let's start with the ES. Because we're looking bullish. We're feeling bullish. We know we're bullish. Making higher highs. We made a lower low. This was a few trading sessions ago. And when that happened, we did find support down here. So it's not a complete loss, right? We found support, then we were able to make some higher highs. So now what I would look for is continuation. Yo, good morning, Fairchild. What's going on? Good morning, Blackfoot, Dave, Victoria, Renita. What's going on? How are you? Sorry if I mispronounced. Richie, Ryan, Turek. What's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. Alright, so we do what we always do. We start with our daily time frame. We're going to look at our previous day high, previous day low. And as we see, we are already looking bullish as we saw yesterday and previous day's price action. We're both bullish, broken previous day highs and continued. We broke previous day highs already today. Today is Friday, so what we could do, because it's Friday, specific day, we could use Edgeful to sort of look and see what are the odds that we broke that previous day's high and we want to close green today. Because right now, what I see is that previous day high and our open price are very close together. So for us to close green means we have to close above our open price on the daily candle. So let's check those stats. Yo, good morning, Coleman. What's going on? What is up? What is up? Alright, so we want to look for ES, and we want to look for previous day's range, and it's going to give me an error. Alright, we're going to go to reports. Going to go to all reports, previous day's range. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to, we'll do past 6 months is fine. ES, we want, instead of New York session, we want to look at our daily session because we're looking at, we broke previous day's high overnight. So that was during one of these other sessions. We want to look at the whole 23-hour futures market session. So I see when we break previous day high on the ES, we have a 75% chance of closing green today. That's already in my favor. But now if we look by weekday, this might change. It might go more against me, might even go more for me. So by weekday, barely changed, but that still gives me confidence. 73% chance we have a green day today. That means we have a 73% chance of being bullish. So I want to look for possible long positions today, anywhere above this opening price. So now that we have our daily bias, we were able to look at that. We can now look at some levels and find some lower time frame zones to look for. So on Bookmap, I see 33.36, and on my analysis chart, so I have a 3-hour supply zone here. Let's check that out. So there's a 3-hour supply. We came into it yesterday. We see we tried to reject for a moment, and we could see that because price pushed into it here, and then we had a wick, right? So we tried to sell off, but sellers failed. So this was a point of resistance. Now it's a point of support. We see that even pre-market, we dipped into this broken supply zone and already tried to hold it. But what I would like to see is on the 90-minute time frame, we have our basing candle right here, and then our second leg. So I want to see if we could retrace to this basing area around 63.33 and then continue higher. We could see if Bookmap does have anything at 63.33 on ES. 63.35, nothing at 63, a little bit of a 63.33, but nothing major. But don't forget, guys, those levels could print out further in the day, right? In a half an hour, in an hour. What's up, what's up? Yo, good morning. Alright, let's see. So that was what I was looking at here. So again, we get started on the 4-hour time frame. We see that right up here was a point of resistance. Now I want to see it hold as support. So I'm going to be looking to buy the dips today, if we could find a good dip to buy. Now it's pre-market, so I won't be looking for any trades right now, so I'm just going to be preparing for the day. So I'm going to put my long position tool somewhere down over here. This is a 90-minute demand zone. So we have our basing, our rally, and continuation. So this is where I would like to see if ES can retrace for some long positions. I'm going to shorten this up a little bit. And this is what I'm looking at on the ES for possible longs. Now, when I enter this trade, I probably won't have a 7-point stop loss. I'll probably end up tightening my stop loss to maybe 2 or 3 points, depending on my entry point. But we'll see. We'll let markets open up. We could always also add an alert there so we don't miss it. I also wanted to look at the NASDAQ today, guys. NASDAQ was looking pretty good off of a 15-minute demand zone we had from yesterday. First, like always, we go to our daily time frame. Want to look at our daily bias, make sure, okay, we are clearly trending higher. We don't want to fight this trend. Mark out our previous day high, our previous day low. We could do the same thing as we did on ES with the whole edge full stats. What are the odds that NASDAQ now wants to break that previous session's high and close green today? So previous session high, close green on Friday, only a 60% chance, so odds aren't as strong. Standard is about 74, so it does seem like Fridays are a bit more of a miss on NASDAQ than they are for the ES. But following the momentum, looking at the continuation we have here, and we're going to be watching our equities, more importantly our large cap, that will give us an idea of strength on the NASDAQ. Now NASDAQ had a bit of a stronger move than ES here on this breakout right here, right? And we could sort of visualize that on the chart. ES had yesterday a 0.69% move, not even. That went to today's open. And NASDAQ had a 0.8% move yesterday. So it had some more relative strength. The fact that it moved a bit stronger. And that's because right now the earnings season has approached, right? So earnings season has begun. And what starts them is banks. And then tech is going to start to follow soon too. So right now, banks doing well helps the ES. But tech anticipating strong earnings like last quarter, they're looking for follow through. Right now, NVIDIA, all-time highs, right? All-time highs of, I think, 176 yesterday. We could take a look there. Let's see. NVIDIA, daily time frame. Oh no, not 176 yet, but look at how it's respecting this 170 key psychological level we had marked out, guys. So that's huge. I would like to see NVIDIA hold above this price level today. So I'm going to mark this out so I could watch it and say, okay, once NVIDIA opens, if it could break and hold above this price level, I'm going to be really bullish on the NASDAQ. Yo, what's going on? Ilamda? Ilamda? What's going on? I apologize if I mispronounced, but welcome to this stream. I'm gonna take some trades. Apologies, dog's begging because a treat was stuck. Guys, good morning, everybody. What is going on? So, guys, this was NVIDIA right now, and as we see, clearly we are in a nice bull trend. This is a clear buy the dip scenario. It's respecting these key psychological levels, using them as resistance, squeezing and breaking. Same situation here, squeezed and broke. Now over here on the 170, we were squeezing against it, and we were holding it as support. Every time price dipped below 170, buyers stepped in on NVIDIA. Great strength. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like button. I do appreciate it. We go live Mondays and Fridays on YouTube, and Monday through Friday for our community at Bullishbrs.com. Alright, so again, NVIDIA, definitely feeling more bullish. I have my alert at that previous day high. We were already at that previous day high overnight, so would definitely like to see that continue. We could also use edgeful for things like equities as well, stocks. If we want to look, if we were trading Amazon, trading Tesla, looking for previous day high and low, or orb, things of that nature, those do work on equities and stocks as well. Same with Forex. Alright, so let's see. So that was NASDAQ, that's ES, sort of what I'm looking for. This is the weighted index down here. As we see, pre-market is trying to move higher on the weighted index. Could ES pull back a little bit here? That would be great. Essentially, what I would like to see is if we could dip in the morning when the New York session opens. I'd like to see a sell-off towards around 63.33, 63.36. I had 63.36 yesterday as a key level. So I'm going to mark that out. And we're going to mark that out as a key level, KO. And I do believe that was also the book map level too. It's about 33.37 though. Key level / book map level. And because it's sort of in the middle, where I had 63.36, and book map is showing 63, Well, I mean, technically it's showing a bunch of them, right? If we're looking at bookmap right here, 63.36.75 is strong, 63.35 is strong, then we have 63.31 and 63.30. With those levels, that would be in my demand zone. I'd be looking for a demand entry long. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll be patient. I'll add some alerts, and we'll wait for ES to open and possibly sell off towards these price levels. If markets open, let's say they start to push higher right now, and they develop, we open somewhere near our pre-market high, then I'm going to be looking for a new setup, right? I'm going to be looking for a new position. Let's see. So if that's the case, let's say we do want to continue, we could throw our volume profile up here. Oh, actually, first, check this out. We're on a 15-minute time frame. We have our basing candle right here. We have a strong sell-off and continuation afterwards. That's huge. That's what I like to see. Let's see. Give me half a second. But so as for ES, guys, if we do push higher, I would like to see us, like, if we don't get this long entry, and let's say we move higher pre-market here for a little while, I would like to see if we could break above this supply zone I just marked out, this blue zone. So I'd like to see if we could break above it, break above our pre-market high, and then retest that zone for longs, and that is where I will take my long entries. And now look at that entry, guys, that entry and stop loss. Much better. 1.5, not even a 2-point stop loss on that trade if we end up taking this for support. So we're going to see how markets want to develop, and we're going to see which trade setup occurs in our favor. We're going to be patient, and we're going to let the market come to us. We're not going to feel FOMO. We're not going to force all these different trades. We're just going to be patient and trade accordingly, just like we do every single day. So let's see. Look at gold. Gold did push higher. I like gold has a new 1-hour demand zone forming. What I also like on gold, guys, is the daily time frame. So take a look at this here on gold on the daily, right? First thing I note is for the past 11 trading sessions, and I only know that because I measured it out earlier, we have been in a range. We've been in a range from lows around 33.20 to highs around, we'll say 33.70, 33.80. So gold's been range bound. Buyers keep buying the dips. Sellers keep selling the rips. So each direction is failing, right? Whenever we try to move lower, sellers fail. Whenever we try to move higher, buyers fail. At this point on the daily time frame, though, we do have a basing candle right here, and that came out after we took out some lows. So we took out, look right here. This candle, this is yesterday's price action. We took out previous day's low, and then we rejected all the way back higher. So anybody that was selling gold yesterday at these lows ended up selling the lows, and they end up having to buy back their position. Whether they're stopping out yesterday, whether they're stopping out today, that's going to help drive gold price higher. Along with, of course, the uncertainty of the economy, and its whole tariffs and trade deals. So that's what I'd look for on gold. I would look for some buying pressure today. And let's see, gold on bookmap. It is pulling back. This might actually be a good buy. Dude, if we weren't coming out of a supply zone right here, I would say this is definitely a good buying opportunity. Point of control on that last 5-minute was trying to move lower, though. We're going to leave it alone because one of my trade setups are wait for a sell-off candle out of a supply zone, which would be a red candle close, take that short, and look to target the next zone or the next pivot, which would be this one right here. So I don't want to try a long position knowing that that's a setup I like to take, but I also know that the supply zone was broken in the past. But this break, guys, this came from that whole, the whole scare of Trump firing Powell or not. So definitely a bit of a rough point. Definitely not sure if I want to count this as a zone or not anymore. Clearly, we did end up selling off from 33.82. YouTube, what's going on? Coleman asks, do I do this every morning? Yeah, so I do this every morning for our community at Bullishbrs. You can join at bullishbrs.com and get access to our Discord community. I do this Monday through Friday, and I do this on YouTube Monday and Friday. So sort of like for free on YouTube Monday and Friday, for our community at Bullish Bears Monday through Friday. Look at that. See, that's so buyers were stepping in. It was a zone where it's like, okay, this looks like a good buy the dip because on Bookmap we had a passive buyer sitting down there. So again, I'm glad I didn't take this trade. This was a trade that, like I say, guys, is more of a 50-50, right? We don't know if it's going to break higher. We don't know if it's going to break lower. When a lot of times we're coming into a supply zone that we know is near the top of a range. We know has some aggressive selling orders. We have more confidence in that trade. When you lack confidence in a trade, you're gambling and do not take that trade. The Discord, so the community is $50 a month. And I think there's like lifetime, it's like 500, and that also gives you access. I have a Futures Masterclass, which is an 8-part series. It's like 9 or 10 hours total, really going over like basics of futures, episode 1, some market structure, episode 2, some supply and demand, like how I chart, and it's pretty good, pretty in-depth. I do like it. A lot of people gets good feedback. Let's see. Nice, Kylie got a trend line in there. Nice. Okay, that's a pretty clean trend line right there, man. On gold, what time frame are we looking at? The daily? See if we can line that up. Oh, I see that, dude, right away without even marking it out. Look at that. Look at that. Even if we mark it from like this low. My issue with trend lines, right, is obviously they're subjective. But if we're just using it as a general area, they're very helpful. So like using this trend line as a general area to say, okay, we're creating higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, but at this point, we're failing to make higher highs. That could be possibly squeezing on gold for us to have a strong sell-off. So that might be something I would look for on gold, and that would be more of like a daily time frame, like a swing, but as day traders, that could definitely help us in the long run of having our general bias intraday. So that's pretty interesting. I would like to see gold have one more run up, and then possibly what happens, guys, that I've noticed over my years of trading is a lot of times we'll get some type of economic or geopolitical update or data or whatever the case may be, or some breaking news that lines up almost perfectly with some type of not chart pattern but chemistry to the markets, right? Where like, okay, it looks like gold squeezing here, and let's say by July 31st, or as we know, August 1st is when Trump's tariffs come into play, apparently, right? He said we're not going back on it, not this time, but we all know about the taco trade. So, you know, it's definitely going to be up in the air, but let's just say for this example, they do go into effect August 1st. That would be this Friday right here. Let's say we did squeeze our way until then, and then started to sell off, and then we got strong tariff news. That news can help impact the chart to move in that direction, right? So we look for things in the news to line up with our chart analysis. Let's see, so gold, I would not look to trade right now. The only thing with gold that I see is we have a 15-minute order block right here. Now what I would really like to see is obviously it's holding as support already, so I would only really look for longs, but because we have the supply zone above us, that would tell me we're at a resistance. So right, so we end up squeezing, we don't have a general direction, we want to stay away from this one until it does pick a direction. Right now, it hasn't chosen. Obviously, all morning it has been bullish, but now that we're at this point, we can't look at just price and just candles. We have to look at the price levels too. If we're in between two strong price levels, we don't want to try to buy it long in case the price level above us holds stronger. We don't want to try to buy it short in case the price level below us holds stronger. So we want to be patient and sort of let the market play out. Gold does look like it's getting a bit of a spread here. I'd like to see it move higher, but we're also red on the CVD, which is the cumulative volume delta. So again, I'm not really looking to trade gold here. I would like it long because of the uncertainty, but I would also be patient because of how range bound we've been. Now let's zoom in even at the past 2 trading weeks, guys. Extremely range bound price action right here. But as I mentioned yesterday, broke previous day low, which Thursday was Wednesday's low, broke that low. We ended up rejecting all the way back higher, causing a lot of people to get liquidated or stop out of their short position. We could take a look at oil for schnitz and schnittles. Oh, somebody said something. my buddy Paul Meeks. I don't know if you guys ever heard Paul Meeks. He's a tech analyst and investor for years now. And I'm on with Benzinga with him a lot of times going over like big tech earnings. And he said something other than shits and giggles. It was like obviously a clean version. So oil had a contract to roll over, guys, just a heads up. So contract shifted from Q to U. Q. So it was CLQ. We're now on CLU. Meeks rocks. Yeah, dude. Meeks is awesome, man. Super knowledgeable. Love it when I'm on with him, man. He's so smart. Guys, because we have an updated CL, right? So we're no longer on this contract. We're going to add on. So we have Rhythmic. This is Bookmap. Exchange is going to be NYMEX. That's for crude oil. And we're going to go to U. Wonderful. And it's going to add a new crude oil chart for us with new fresh volume because this is the new contract we're trading on. And now we could also look to delete. Let's just make sure this does have more volume. Let's see. So what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm sort of looking back and comparing like sizes of the bid, sizes of the ask, and obviously look how weak these asks are. 5, 8, and then over here we have like 30, 30, 30. So yes, we have more volume on the U. We had our contract rollover. Unsubscribe, get rid of the old one. What is this? What's that fun looking tool we have here? Pretty sure that is the large lot tracker. Is that what that is? Yeah, that's the large lot tracker. No, that's not the large lot tracker. The large lot tracker is the one over here. I like that one. Usually you could double click on it.
I'll be back in a little while. My lumber order's coming in, so I'll be back maybe in a half hour.
Alrighty. Later. Alright, guys, it is 8:58. Market's open in about 30 minutes. Look at this, guys. Gold is definitely range bound. Definitely happy we didn't take a long because we would have probably been stopped out on this pullback. And glad we didn't take a short because we would have been stopped out on this wick higher. So we're going to be patient on something like gold. We could wait and see what's going on. This is oil right now. I wouldn't look to trade oil. It is. Let's update. We got to update our drawings on oil because now everything is shifted. So where is, let's see. So how you guys would do that on TradingView, guys. So because we had our contract rollover and we're on the B adjust chart, what we would do is you see how our previous day high is from this day, but it's all the way off. We would take our measurement tool. So we could do it one of two ways. We could either put our horizontal line back where we know this price level should be and just do the math. So it's this one's at 65.70. And then this one is currently at 67.01. So let's do 67.01 minus 67.01 minus 65.70. That leaves us with a 1.31. So we got to move all of our drawings by $1.31. So how do we move all of our drawings on our chart without having to take the time to move every single one or click every single one? Well, we're going to come over here to our object tree and data window, and we're going to click the top drawing, scroll all the way down to the bottom drawing, and we're going to hold the shift key when we click the bottom one, so it'll select them all. We're going to come over to settings, we're going to go over to displacement, we're going to do in the first one for price. We don't want to go to bar. If you do bar, it's going to move it left and right. We want to do it by price, and we're going to do plus. And what did we say? $1.31. Enter, and look at that, just moved all of our drawings. You could do this on ES, NQ, anything you're trading on. Very helpful. Guys, if you didn't know that on YouTube, you better drop a like. Damn, look at these sellers stepping in on oil there. That's why I said I wouldn't take oil. Oil's too all over the place in my opinion. We sort of have a demand zone right here. We'll mark this out. And I actually want to delete some of these broken demand zones. Oh, look at this. This demand zone's still thrown off too. So is that one. Did I not move them right? Oh, I think I didn't move them right. I moved them up $1.31. That's funny. Let's see. Yeah, I moved it up $1.31. There we go. So now let's do it the right way this time. because it moved up $1.31, we're gonna click the top one, then we're gonna scroll down, hold shift, click the bottom one, go to settings, displacement, and we're gonna do negative 1.31, right? That's what it was, $1.31. Yeah. So negative $1.31. Guys, if you're moving it and it's only like 0.5 off, you can't do negative 0.5. It won't let you do a point before a number, so you'd have to do negative 0.5. So just a heads up. 1.31, enter. That's a lot better. That is funny. I'm like, what is going on? Good morning, guys. Yes, sir. Drop that like, hit subscribe, show some love. You already know. Stay hydrated. I'm yapping away, man. It's pre-market, dude. We ain't even open yet. I'm probably gonna wrap up early today, guys. I got a meeting in Southampton's, but we'll see how the day goes. See if we get some good stuff. Imagine if Netflix was in the NQ. Yeah, dude, right? Bro, nah, I caught that message hella quick. Yeah, dude. Why isn't Netflix in the NASDAQ? That would be huge. Oh, because then we would have been at all-time highs freaking months ago. Alright, let's see. VIX is currently within a range, but remember, guys, a weak VIX, even now, guys, obviously VIX does want to inverse the ES, and that's generally the direction, right? So VIX is moving lower, ES is moving higher. However, if we had some type of weak VIX, where VIX is sort of ranging, failing to go anywhere, that can help drive a strong ES, because we're failing, right? A weak VIX could be a strong ES. Imagine if Netflix was up ES. Imagine if Netflix was up, ES would be up 2%. Oh, yeah, right? Let's see. So let's take a look at our equities real quick. See what's within our ranges and what's not. Meta's been selling off for the past few trading sessions, guys. That's pretty big hit to the downside. We're looking at highs from 736, moved all the way down. A 5% move, guys, on Meta in a matter of 8 days, so less than 2 weeks, 8% move. We did, however, if we are looking at a daily time frame, which helps us much better than a lower time frame, we did just make all-time highs on Meta. So a lot of people might be taking profit at that point. We're starting to pull back. We are currently pulling back within this range right here. So this would be what I would consider support. So I would like to see Meta find support here for some more buying pressure back to its all-time highs. And that would also help because then we would possibly be creating a higher low off of this higher low. So we'll put demonstration. So look at all these higher highs, higher high, higher high, higher low, possible higher low. So that's on Meta. Take a look to see what other equities we're looking at. Amazon is not near its all-time highs yet. I was going to post a video. I was doing work with TrendSpider, but they wanted more of a in-depth, like how to use the tool videos, and I'll see about that. I like my analysis videos a lot more. I feel like they have a lot more value going over the stocks, going over the charts, some price levels, and possible targets. But using tools and scanners is helpful too. Let's see. So here we have a pretty strong level here on Amazon. Let's actually move this up a little bit. Seems like it'd be more relevant up here, given the previous price action, and also given that other older price action too. So we have some key levels we're between on Amazon. Would look to see if we could hold this and push higher. We're already close to breaking that previous day high on Amazon from our pre-market trading. So that's Amazon. We went over Meta. You can take a look at AMD real quick. I can't believe this, guys. I was telling people, take a look at AMD for possible long positions, like a long-term hold around 116, 110. I was even saying it around before it had earnings. I remember that. It was below 100. So it's making its way higher, because the thing with the AMD, guys, is it's making its way to all-time highs. AI is still a major industry, Nvidia still moving higher. These are all bullish factor after bullish factor after bullish factor after bullish factor for the specific sector, for the specific industry. That industry being AI, that industry not going anywhere. That gives AMD a fantastic buying opportunity anywhere below this key level I had over here, below 116. Because if you measure it from there to its all-time highs, you're looking at over 100% return on investment in just stock alone. It's not options. So that's something that's pretty major on AMD. Currently, where we're trading at is 159, so 159 to 227 all-time highs. Still looking at a 40% return on investment. That's still a major return, guys. Of course, not as major as something when you would buy these lows down here, but we missed that opportunity at this point. Now let's take a look at some other equities. What's going on? Microsoft's running away right now, guys. Look at this. Look at this daily chart on Microsoft going back 4 years now, 5 years now. No, I'm sorry, 10 years now, 2016. I just said 2016 was 5 years ago, bro. Anyways, so all-time highs, absolutely flying. 512 per share. Pre-market's already pushing higher, trying to make another new all-time high on Microsoft. That is wild, guys. Really great stuff there on Microsoft. Good morning, everybody. What's up? What's up? So again, bullish on Microsoft with this momentum. I even see the volume starting to pick up on the daily time frame too. Google also looks good to continue higher. This was another one that I was saying, look for us to break above this green zone and see if we could find some buying pressure. That's what we're getting. Goal to all-time highs would be just a 20% return on investment. Apple is sort of where gold was, right? So look at how gold was holding this green zone. We failed it, we failed it, we failed it, and then we finally started to spike through it. Apple is that hasn't spiked through it yet. This blue zone on Apple has been such a major level. I mean, I'm going to go over the earnings on Apple with Paul Meeks again, probably this earnings quarter, just like we did last quarter, and I'm going to be going over the same price level as last time. Look at this, last earnings report, we were trading into this 212, 211 area. We're coming into earnings again. That's going to be, what is that, July 31st? We're going to probably be in the same area. Apple has been extremely flat. It's been range bound. It has not been seeing any good volatility. It had one good move from those April lows, right? We had a 23% move to the upside, but that was it. Apple needs some type of encouragement this next earnings call that says, hey, we're releasing this. Hey, we're dropping the price in that. Hey, we're making our, those big goggle things, the VR headset, we're making our VR headset way smaller, and we're looking to make it way cheaper. Something that's going to make investors in Apple go, oh my God, wow, that's great, oh my, but without that mind-blowing factor, Apple's just going to keep seeing this. So again, with our charts sort of lining up with possible market reactions and stocks, we want to see if Apple, again, earnings, if we're still within this range, can give us some type of break, can give us some type of relief there. QQQ, let's see. Meta, we went over. Nvidia, we went over. Looking for that 175 today. Netflix just flying higher and still charging us more per month. Really great stuff. Look at this. At this point, this was Netflix all-time highs. They started marking out key psychological levels every $25. And look how well they all worked. They all worked super well. Let's see. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. All right, now let's edit these down. Coordinates. This one's going to be 12, 25. This one's going to be 1250. And again, just making these as key psychological levels because those key psych levels sort of help markets move in the sense that we don't have any historical data at this point. And then this one will just do 1300. And, oh yeah, what's it called? Netflix just had earnings yesterday. They had a double beat, but markets reacted bearish. So they might have announced something. We could see what they announced on their earnings call. We'll look it up real quick. Oh, you know what? I wonder if... Nah. Company raises full year revenue forecast. That's positive. Post earnings beats grows 16% in second quarter. That's insane. Netflix stopped 500. Oh, stock split? Oh, no, they're saying if there was a big sell-off on Netflix. Listen, that would be a buying opportunity of a lifetime if Netflix were able to sell off like that. I wonder if Benzinga has a article on this. Here we go. They always do. They always do. Let's see. Subscriber comeback in Q2 is WWE stickiness. Squid Game. Oh, Squid Game. And ads here drives momentum. Right, ads. Remember, they're going to have ads here now, right? They're going to have some accounts are going to have ads now. That could possibly be the negative impact. Just do a quick little brief through this. Now, obviously, guys, if I was going over this article pre-market, I'd go over it myself, then tell you guys what's going on. But what's great with Benzinga articles is they have spots that say, like, why it matters. The company released its second quarter results on Thursday, reporting $11.08 billion, up 16% year over year, ahead of consensus estimates of $11.04 billion. It posted a 7.19 per share, once again beating analysis estimate of 7.16, driven by a strong content slate and subscriber momentum during the quarter. Netflix shares were up 1.19% on Thursday and is down 1.2% after hours after its earnings announcement. Very cool. Analysts predict 30% growth from ads. That'd be crazy. And price hikes. Guys, ads and price hikes, I mean, talk about why markets are reacting bearish to it. Let's see, got any headlines going on right now? Let's move our equities back up where they belong, to the top. Let's see, put Meta back in that Netflix box. Ooh, look at that pop right there, guys. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see some buying momentum. ES get above this 63.54 to 63.55.5. No major headlines right now. We could check trade market trader alerts. One day ago, UTS retail sales beat expectations in June. Just posted a video on that. Gonna be posting another one soon. It's fueling. Let's see. Market sentiment. All right. Guys, I'm gonna post a link to the short I just put out this morning on market sentiment, where we're sort of looking to trade at. Let's see, I'll post that to our Discord, and I'll also post it to our YouTube as well. You guys take a look at that. Let me know. Just sort of using Market AI, going over the home. So Market AI home, come over here and it tells you markets are in active buying mode. Today's market tone is characterized by strong conviction and broad participation in risk assets driven by record highs in U.S. equity indices. Robust Q2 earnings and resilient consumer spending. Despite tariff uncertainties and geopolitical tensions, investor sentiment remains positive with inflows into growth and technology sectors, right? So we could also go down here and it'll tell us which sectors have the most strength. Right now we see IWM, finance. I think if it'll let us go a bit lower there. And there's tech XLK. So XLK is up 0.91%. So definitely on a bullish mode, active buying in the market. We're going to be looking for buys today. Market's open in 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We got a little time, but we're getting there. Look how range-bound gold has been. That's why we left it alone this whole time. Fantastic. That's how we do it, guys. It's just as important to be able to recognize a good setup as important as it is to recognize when there is no setup. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Right, let's see. VIX is at a key level. Something I would note on VIX, guys, is check this out. VIX has been sort of within this range down here for quite some time. And whenever it's trading in this range, let's see if we can line it up against... Oh, you know what we could do? I have this chart over here, ES, and we'll put the VIX right here. And we'll see. What we'll do, guys, is I'm going to look at them side by side, and I'm going to see when the VIX is trading within this range, how does the market react? Okay, well, let's see. VIX is trading within this range. Markets are bullish here. The crosshairs are lining up time-wise. VIX is exploding out of this range. Okay, well, the markets were obviously bearish, right? If VIX get a strong move higher, markets are going to give us a bearish reaction. Here we had another bearish move. That was when markets were again trying to get us out of this range, but we're failing. So I'm not really seeing anything too relevant right now. Markets were moving lower. VIX was weak. So look, VIX wasn't really continuously moving lower, but so was ES. ES was chopping its way higher, making new higher days, but failing to find a strong trend behind it. Oh, OPEX today. Great call, man. Great call. Gotta keep an eye on OPEX today. If that's the case, I might even look to see. I know we were saying that we were looking for this 15-minute supply zone here for a possible long position if we could break it. But quite honestly, with OPEX, that might involve a lot of selling. I might look for a short position at this point on ES. It's a 1.5 stop loss, extremely small stop. And we'll look to see if it wants to play out. Where's our VWAP? What's VWAP? Oh, right, we're on this chart. Nope, that's not how you do it. Okay, there's VWAP. Okay, so yeah, again, we could look to maybe sell the highs, buy the lows, so we could look to short it if we could get New York session opens and we get a bull move at the beginning of the day. All right, what's up, guys? Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good today. Hope you're ready to end the week strong. I know I am. Something I will note, weighted index has sort of been range bound too, but we'll keep an eye on its previous session high and low. It's going to be previous session high is right here. Previous session low is way down here. So we do have some room to move to the downside. Right, let's see. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Definitely considering shorts if OPEX comes in strong. Plus, guys, right now, VIX is at a key level. So if ES could get to support to resistance and VIX is at support, right? So that would be both of them trying to reverse to the opposite direction. All right, let's see. So that's what we're waiting on, guys. It is still pre-market, but let's see. Let's see. Gold, 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 gold. I wanted to see if we had any new supply zones up here on gold. The only zone we really have is this hourly and then this next major hourly up here, which I call it a major because look how perfectly we rejected it. This blue zone that I have was really just the top of our range. It wasn't a supply zone or anything. So I'm gonna lessen that a little bit so it's not really in my face. But if gold could find some buying pressure, would love to see it make its way to 33.82 today. But I want to see 33.82 on the daily time frame. Is that a reasonable target? It is a reasonable target. Absolutely is a reasonable target. This is something I'm looking for on gold. I'm adding a couple alerts. Alert at pre-market high and alert at the top of that supply zone. Because if we could break the supply zone, I'll look for a retest and I'll take it long targeting 33.82. I was trying to think to myself, like, is it possible or are we already overextended? But we're really not that overextended. Good morning, guys. YouTube, make sure you're hitting that like button. Hit that like and subscribe. Go live Monday and Friday for YouTube. Monday through Friday for community here at Bullishbrs. All right, let's see. So that's gold. We're waiting on gold. And guys, the best part about doing our pre-market analysis and coming up with price levels that we aren't currently trading at is it forces us to be patient, right? Right? Because right now I'm not going to go, oh, well, wait, gold's trying to sell off supply. Now I got to take it short right now. I don't want to miss this. Because, hey, guess what? In all reality, we broke the supply zone once, and each time we try to sell off from it so far, buyers step back in. So I don't want to try to sell these lows just for it to wick back higher on me again. And even if it does want to continue lower from here, then guess what? If it starts to really sell off with good volume, I'll use my tool Bookmap and I'll be able to see if we really are selling off, if we really do have volume to the downside. And then I'll change my bias, I'll change my analysis, and I'll find a new setup. But that's it. That's it. Let markets develop, let them come to us. Any demand zones down here for possible long entries? Right, we had this demand zone. It says 45-minute, 90-minute, hourly. Hourly demand right over here, D1 hour. I'm even going to make this green demand zone. And that demand zone now falls on that broken supply zone. So again, it's like I'm not going to be looking to chase the shorts here, especially if I know that, hey, there's a good chance that we might want to trade back down here. And then everybody that hits that sell button down here ends up getting reversed on because this is now our new range, right? We would look to buy these lows and sell the highs. So just coming up with plans and being patient. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all ready for a great trading day. Guys, let me know in the chat, what are you trading today? Are you trading gold? Are you trading yes? Are you trading NQ? Look at this big wick on gold. Again, this is why we're not like, oh, I'm going to chase these shorts down here. No way. No way. Markets open in T-minus 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes till markets open. YouTube, I know you're hitting that like and subscribe button, and I appreciate you. And yeah, we got some good stuff today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to see directionally where we want to go. I do actually want to see on the opening range breakout on the ES, what has been our general consensus in the sense of, have we been consistently just breaking up? No, look at this, guys. So the past 5 trading days in a row, we've had double breaks. So again, if I'm looking for this trend to continue here, look, even longer than that. Double break, double break, double break, double break, double break, double break. All right, let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 9 double breaks in a row. I'm going to look for that 10th double break today. %79 chance, almost 80% chance of a double break. Oh, that's on the futures market. That's silly. We need it on New York session. Oh, duh. Okay, good. So it's going to give us a different stat then. Good. I'm glad I checked that. We would have had the wrong statistics for that. Here we go. That's more consistent. Um, so we had a double break, a breakout, a breakdown, a double break, and a breakout. So overall, because I know general direction of the market lately has been bullish, I'm taking these double breaks as we broke to the downside and then reversed back bullish, right? So you guys remember the buy the dips we've had the past couple weeks or so. The breakout is obviously when markets open and we just stayed bullish. I remember those days. It was obviously yesterday and a couple days ago. We had a breakdown. This is on the 15th. We could check to see what was the 15th. What did we do that day? Okay, well, we did sell off that day. 15th right here. Tuesday, what initiated this sell-off? Let's see. You can see our economic data. Tuesday, we had our inflation report come in. That's what knocked us lower. Well, right now, we don't have any economic data to come in right now. So I'm not really looking for a big sell-off at the moment. So if we do want to sell off first, then I'm going to look for buyers to bring us higher for the opening range break to have a double break to the upside. If we, let's see, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. You guys get the gist of it. Look at gold's pulling back. Again, really glad I wasn't trying to short the lows. Stay patient. Markets open in 2.5 minutes, guys. 2.5 minutes till markets open. We're going to be watching ES and NQ for some possible setups. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Markets open in 2 minutes. Stay hydrated. Get a water. Yo, morning, Leo. What's going on, guys? Whoa, big spike right there before markets opened. Big spike. That's huge. CVD spiking higher. Equities just popped. Were there any headlines that just came out? No. Two minutes ago? Nope. 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 No headlines came out. Very interesting price action right there. Palantir swings today 5,000% down and up. Wow. ES mainly, but NQ occasionally, like to be focused on a single thing at a time. Good, that's good. That's why, you know what, I do my morning analysis. That gives me an idea of what's setting up where. So I could say, okay, I'm looking at gold today because it's closer to this zone. Or I'm looking at ES today because it's closer to that zone. But good stuff, good stuff. What up, Leo? What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Dave, Eddie, what's up, what's up? Habibi, Victoria, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Waiting for this market to open. 30 seconds left. We got some volatility in there. I might look for this short around 55 up here. Because I'm thinking a lot of people might want to look for longs at market open. And I don't want to be one of those people that's buying the highs like that. So let's see. See how we want to react at market open. See if we get a short position up there. Market's open in 2 seconds, guys. Let's see. We'll see how we open. We'll see how we react in 54 to 56. Around 54 to 56. Big drop on the CVD right there. Market open and sellers just went zoop. Weighted index rejecting previous session high. Good morning, guys. Good morning. We're waiting. Come on, ES. Give us something. Give us something. I'm not going short down here, that's for sure. So if we just start selling off right at this market open, then I'm just waiting for either the 15 minutes to close or to possibly find some support down here. 30-minute just closed too, and it closed pretty indecisive. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean it's not rejecting and it's not continuing. Right now, I wouldn't be looking to sell this drop right here. I would probably be looking to find a buying opportunity down here. I'm not taking this right here, though. I'm not just going long for no reason. We do have a little bit of a passive buyer down here on Bookmap that could possibly be a reason, but I'm not taking that. I'm not taking a possibly be a reason. I'm waiting for something a bit stronger. It's starting to hold up here. Definitely looking okay. There we go. I'm not in anything yet, guys. I'll let you guys know if I take any trades. The only setup I'm currently waiting to possibly take is shorts around this 55. Shorts around 55. CVD did push red. That's crazy, guys. CVD was up at 7,000, and then it had enough selling volume to bring us all the way down to negative. To negative 1,000 on the big dip. And VIX is at a key level, so that's why I would probably be looking for shorts up here. Netflix crushed. Yeah. Tesla's popping right now. It's at its previous day high of 34.67. I'm sorry, 324.67, 34.67. Tesla had a stock split again, guys. Surprise. Nah, I'm kidding. It's really going to depend on the weighted index, in my opinion, because I'm going to want to see this try to remain below its previous session low. NAS had some divergence. NAS made a new high day on that spike where ES did not. So bearish divergence on ES right there would help for the short position entry. So let's see how we react near 54. 54 and 55. My entry would be 54. Stop loss is at 55.5. It's a 1.5 stop loss on ES. And that's if this trade gets triggered. That's if I send the trade out. If price ends up entering that level. A lot of ifs in line here. We have support at VWAP below us. We have resistance of supply above us. A minute 49 left for that 5 minutes to close. Good morning, Habibi. What's going on? Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody had a great week so far. What's up, Ricardo? Nicole? What's going on?
Good morning.
Good morning, man. How are you?
Green on the week. Try
Yes,
to be very tight with my wrist today, and
bro,
just
same boat. That's how we gotta end it. Careful on the risks on Fridays, especially if you had a green week, because Fridays are known to crush you if the past 4 days were already good.
100%.
And vice versa. A lot of times, if we have poor price action Monday through Wednesday, Monday through Thursday, Tuesday through Thursday, Wednesday through Thursday, Friday ends up giving us a trend, right? Markets sort of come in waves, right? And it can't just give us a full trend every day, all day. So it's going to have some times where it waves, and those waves will end up on days like today where it's OPEX. We got to remember that. A lot going on this week. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Nvidia crossing that level I was watching, major. So right now, equities are trying to push bullish. Tesla above previous day high. Meta selling off. Meta back below 700. Don't do that, Meta. All right, let's see. ES chopping around, keep rejecting near these highs, keep finding buyers near these lows. NAS with a nice strong move back higher. Not taking anything. Tesla shooting up vertically like one of his rockets. That's right. Yeah, look at Tesla, guys. Tesla right now, full steam ahead. It is in a point of resistance. Up here, we have found some selling pressure, and it is near a previous session's pre-market high. We could see if we could hold it here. That would be bullish. We'll just wait and see. Amazon's starting to reject, so is Apple, so is Microsoft, so is Meta. Equities are sort of pushing to the downside right now, so if ES could please give me my entry up here, around 54 for a short, that would be great. I think this is a good 30-minute supply zone for NQ. Let's see. 30-minute? Like up here, sort of. Yeah, I see that. Like that one. Yo, Dan, or anybody who sends me a screenshot, make sure you're sending me a screenshot. If you're showing me like a 30-minute supply zone, send the screenshot where it's on the 30-minute time frame. Because if it's on a different time frame, I can't really tell. But it looks like from that area you pointed out, yeah, that's a good area of resistance from pre-market. Because what happens too, guys, is when you are finding supply and demand zones, even if we don't reject it perfectly, it gives us some sense of an idea of where we should look for us to sort of break and hold, right? Break and fail. Because when we have those ideas and those levels predetermined, that helps us be more patient. Yep, yeah, that's good. So like for that, we would say, okay, well, Nasdaq's pushing higher, but we're coming into a supply zone right now, so I wouldn't go long at these highs. I'd maybe wait to see if we could close above it and then retrace and push higher off of it. But because we failed and we closed within it, then we had a bearish candle afterwards, I would be crazy patient right now. ES looks like it's trying to hold that previous day high in that 63.45 level. There's a passive buyer sitting down there, low volume shelf on our current RTH volume profile. So we're going to wait right now. Just really waiting to see how markets want to play. Could be very range bound today. It is OPEX, which is the options expirations that happens 4 times a year, and a lot of times those days end up being very range bound. Remember, CVD is bearish on ES right now. VIX is at a key level. It's trying to move, but it's trying to move lower right now. VIX made a new low of day, while ES is making a new New York session low of day. That's a red flag. Talk about red flags. That is tough. We want to be careful on that. Almost makes me think to take longs off this 63.45. But price action wise, still screaming bearish. Nvidia's trying to move higher but struggling off 174.16, which is its previous day's high. So I'm not taking any trades right now. We are not at any of my predetermined levels or zones. My long entry is all the way down here. My short entry is a bit closer. It's up here. And I could always flip it too. If we could break below this price level, this 45, get to like 42, and then pull back to 45 and create a new passive seller, then great, I'll take it short there. But without that, no trade.
How's your VIX look?
VIX is still struggling, man. It's trying to move. So VIX made a new low of day, which usually we would look for ES to be making a new high of day. And they're going the same direction right now, which again, because of OPEX, that could be happening. A lot of people have to sell options today because they expire. Or have to buy the options or buy the stocks because, again, they expire. When the options expire, somebody has to be holding them. For every buyer, there's a seller. Every seller is a buyer. Somebody has to be holding them. Look, see that? We got the break, but we got a reversal after, so it didn't trigger my trade entry. Still no trade. It's insane. It's very range bound. So I would look to see. This actually helps my short trade because right now I'm seeing that buyers came in and then they failed. Sellers tried to come in and then they failed. I'm going to look for buyers to try to come in right here. And then when people are trying to buy these highs thinking we're finally trending, we're going to reverse on them again. So it is 9:39. 15-minute candle closes in 5 minutes now. We could also just wait for that. A lot of people's trading strategy is the 5-minute opening range breakout. I'm definitely thinking, though, of possibly trying to find some buys down here. It's not looking that bad. Plus VIX is at key level, but VIX is trying to move lower, which again is a bullish sentiment. Yeah, I mean, I'd look for longs here. I wouldn't look for shorts at this point because I'm feeling like shorts are just going to fail. But I'd possibly look for longs. Let's see, bookmap wise, if we hold this level right here, this would be a pretty good turning point. I'm going to take that long on ES, guys. I'm long 63.46.75, exits 63.45.25. Just looking for us to range back higher. So I got long on this pullback right here. Stop loss near the low we just made. Looking for a quick move to the upside on ES. Because VIX is moving lower too. So VIX moving lower, ES trying to move higher. Just don't like the volatility. We're getting very choppy, very strange. Where's my stop loss? I'm going to move my stop loss to like 44.75. It might stop me out, and that's okay. I'm just going to sort of wait on this, see how it wants to play. I moved my stop loss a little lower to give it a little room. But I'd like to see us hold that recent 5-minute low. So that, again, anybody trying to take these shorts up here, targeting that 5-minute low, might get stopped out if we could at least break that 5-minute high right here. So that's at least my first TP. If we could get up there. If we fail, probably just going to end up stopped out of these longs. But buyers are trying to absorb at this price level. But again, if we fail, I just get stopped out. That's okay. We wait for the next setup. Then we be extra patient for our next setup. But 236 left right now. Apple trying to move higher. Equities were trying to move higher at the moment. So we'll be a little patient. Meta with a little bit of a pump right there. Nvidia slacking right now. Microsoft slacking right now. Not a fan of how equities are currently trading. Again, might get stopped out here. My entry point was 46.75. Stop loss is 44.75. So 2-point stop loss on ES. Two minutes left on this 5-minute. We'll like to see some buyers step in now for the last 2 minutes of this 5. So anybody trying to short it for those first 3 minutes ends up getting stopped out, right? So sort of having the market dance around, wait a little bit, and then stop hunt to the upside. But again, if we go to my stop loss, that's okay too. Looks like we're going to. All right, I'm stopped out of those ES longs. We're just going to wait now. And again, it could pop right back up. If that's the case, probably just going to wait. Definitely looks like it could be. Might have double bottomed right there. Let's see. Could re-enter on a tighter stop. The same amount of contracts now. Minute 27 left. How's the 15-minute look? What are we looking like? Minute 16 left on that. Yeah, we'd have to like rally right now. And it's not looking like we want to rally right now. We're squeezing down here. We're failing to move lower, that's for sure. But we're also failing to move higher. So we're going to wait right now. And just let the market sort of come to us. Took the one little L. We'll bounce back. Oh, 47 seconds left. Hold up. Wait a minute. Nah, dude, we're just too choppy right here. 30 seconds left. It's the weighted index that's really getting to me. Weighted index that's trying to move higher right now. But there we go. ES selling off. Good. Give me a reason to not take this long. Perfect. Alright, if we just start skyrocketing off these lows. Nah, 10 seconds left? No way. Looking at that 15-minute, looking at the 30-minute. We're just waiting right now, guys. Markets are very choppy. I'd like to see us move back higher to get a supply zone short entry. If we don't get that, I don't really have any low volume nodes here either. So we might just end up having to be patient. Or maybe we'll look for an NQ scalp. We'll take a look and see what markets have to offer. So 85 on NQ. 85 possible shorts. On NASDAQ with selling pressure, right? And that is a bit of a low volume shelf up there. So that might be a short trade on NQ. So I'm waiting to see if NASDAQ can pull back towards this 85 area and find a seller. And I'll take it short looking to target this next passive buyer. Definitely bias-wise now we are looking more for shorts for the short term. Come on, ES, pull us back. I mean, NASDAQ, I should say, pull us back a little bit. Now remember, though, we got to be careful. We're not just going to, if we enter this 85, we're not just going to take this short for the sake of taking the short. Because we have to be careful because volatility has been a little wonky today. Because we got to remember, it is, what's it called? Apex, OPEX, OPEX. Positive delta on equities right now for NASDAQ. We're moving up. Here's that 85. So I'm just going to wait. There's an aggressive buy bubble. Just going to wait. If we fail to get to 90, I'll take it short. All right, I'm going to take it short there, NASDAQ. I'm short on Q right now, guys. Stop loss is at 90. I already don't like it. We'll see. We'll give it a sec. But again, I'm already not a fan. We've been range bound. We've been trying to just go against the grain all day. To the upside and to the downside. I need equities to start dipping or else we're just going to get stopped out of NAS here. Yeah, it's looking like a stop hunt. Be careful. Accept the stop loss. Just got to accept it. Don't adjust it. I'm out of it. It's okay. It happens, guys. What's that?
I caught the scalp going bullish.
Nice, dude. Nice. See, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna have to wait now. Have to wait now. Where are we at right now? 15-minute, 30-minute. Gotta wait. Gotta let things develop. Gotta see what's going on. Good buying pressure on NASDAQ, but gotta see. Gotta see. There we go. Definitely trade carefully. Trade size lightly today, guys. We had a killer week. We cannot give it back. Yes, did end up reversing off that previous day high. I'm not in the longs anymore on that one either. Let's see. Trying to push back green. Probably going to just end up waiting for the ES shorts at the top of the range up here. There we go. A lot of volume up and down right now. So 55, I'm looking for shorts. NAS, I was thinking of a retest off of the supply zone. But until NASDAQ sees an aggressive seller, these buyers are probably just going to hold it. Let's see. Weighted index trying to struggle back lower again. But look at that. Equities are trying to hold, man. Nvidia trying to hold. Microsoft's trying to push lower, and so is Apple. Gotta see Nvidia start to push lower too, and that will help NASDAQ find a leg lower. But right now, we do have some room to move higher on ES. So be extra careful. Just wait and see how markets want to sort of play out. Thinking we got another leg higher, I think. But let's just wait and see. I'd much rather see us move lower from here. But we'll see. I'm going to take one NQ contract, just taking it lightly here. But this is not a trade that I would be like, guys, take this trade with me. Just not liking the price action today at all, one bit. Like what looks like could be buyers here, we could just sell off on this candle now. Which would be great for the shorts, right? But not great for the continuation wise of like what trend should we be trading. Sellers try to bring us lower. They fail. It's just not looking good, guys. That's why I said it's not a trade I would tell you guys to, oh, take this one. No way. Don't take any trades today. That's the best trade you could take today is stay paper. Some sellers are trying to get filled up here on NQ. I just don't like the weighted index is trying to hold up. Need equities to sell off. They're trying to stay bullish right now, though. Might get a spike here because of those equities staying bullish, but let's be careful now. It could flip. Could flip at any minute now. Come on, give us that leg. Give us a leg lower. Let's trap all the buyers trying to buy this range higher. We're just struggling to go lower below this 80 level. Yep, see that equities are staying bullish. That's going to help NASDAQ move higher. So I said, don't take that one. Don't take this. Let's just wait. Don't get back profits from a good week. Can you explain why you don't like the price action? Yeah, because it's right now it's like it's just not giving me anything good. Look, there's no continuation. The 5-minute isn't continuing to the downside. We reversed. Look at that. I just said I don't like the price action. Look at that wild drop we just got. It's just easily manipulated. We have OPEX today, which is options expiration. So there are quarterly options in the market that expire 4 times a year, and on those days we usually get volatility like this, and it's just a good time to not be in the market. Just took out all this liquidity on ES. Dude, I exited that NAS short position and then that happened. That's really funny. Yo, you got it. Absolutely. There is a great chance. No more trades. Tesla new high a day. Meta pushing lower. All equities are bearish right now. Bro. Oh, man. I knew it. Let's see. Don't short these lows. Don't short these lows. Don't short it. Don't long it. Let's just call it a day. Guys, that's how much I don't like this price action. What also helps me to identify if I don't like the price action or not is if we are near and or respecting supply or demand zones. Right now on ES, there's no supply zone we're rejecting, there's no demand zone we're holding. We're just range bound. Yeah, yo, Nicole, Tesla's just still going higher. We saw that earlier. It was broke. It went from 321 at open to 325, pulled back to 323, and now it's at 328. And I wouldn't go. The reason I was saying don't go short down here is because the past little while now this morning, whenever we come down here, we find buyers. Maybe we will start to gather direction after market sentiment. Yeah. Yeah, what do we have? We have consumer sentiment today at 10? Is that what's popping? Oh, I like that NASDAQ support right there. Nope, it just took it out. Ooh, weighted index just took a dip. But yeah, do we have market, what's it called?
Consumer sentiment in 6 minutes.
Yep, okay, good. So yeah, definitely waiting, guys. Absolutely waiting. I also want to see where gold is trading at. Look at gold. Dude, gold was so close to that demand zone. It's a wick away. Guys, we'll wait for Michigan consumer sentiment that's going to give us an impact. Oh yeah, why didn't... That's so weird. I thought I went over this morning. I guess I must have missed it. I guess I didn't go over it. I must have not gone over it. Guys, let the market come to us. Be patient. Let things follow through. Obviously, it's looking more bearish now. Too wild. I locked out, protected the bag. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do not over leverage. Don't go heavy. If anything, guys, next trade we take, light size, half the risk. We do not want to risk any more than that. Alright, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm definitely feeling more bearish on this play, especially look at the weighted index is moving lower. VIX is at a key level trying to move higher. But Michigan consumer sentiment, that could spike us like crazy.
What time is that happening?
10 o'clock, so in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. It's going to make gold go crazy. It's going to make ES and NQ go crazy. And hopefully it'll give us something, man. Kyle, you killing these markets? Listen, guys, just because these markets aren't for me doesn't mean the markets aren't for you. Everybody has their own strategy and their own edge. ES or shorts or no? No, I don't have any ES shorts right now. I was waiting to see if I could get to 63.54 up here in supply to take a short position, but we haven't gotten up there yet. Nice, man. Sell limits around 89, exit 57. Dude, great trade, Kyle. Good stuff, man. I almost want to take Nas long. If we didn't have the if we didn't have what's it called right now, I would be taking NASDAQ long off of this price level right here and us being at the bottom of the range. But Michigan consumer sentiment in 2 minutes. We wait. Be patient. Don't forget, guys, ES, I wanted long positions in demand around 63.33. So let's go back to ES. Let's trade ES. Let's be patient. Let's wait for Michigan consumer sentiment. Give us that strong wick into my demand zone. Let's find support, and I'll take it long down here for a 2-point stop loss. Right? We'll keep our stop loss below this 30 area. So 3-point stop loss. Excuse me. Alright, guys. Minute and 20 seconds left. Options expired is nothing. You don't think options expired is anything? Listen, man, it's a quarterly thing. I've seen volatility be crap on those days, and clearly it is crap right now, but this could also be because of the Michigan consumer sentiment. Market makers are waiting for that to come out. Large spikes and then consolidation, and then nothing. Looking for lows on ES 39.40 shows support. Definitely another crazy Friday. Yeah, right? Last Friday was good, man. I killed last Friday. Dude, Ozzy, I feel that. This is us right now. What do we got? What do we got? 50 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this, guys. They're starting to pull the orders. They're starting to pull the orders. So we'll see. We'll see. Guys, we need a drum roll. Hold up, we'll get the soundboard going. I think all we have is badumts. We do golf clap. The quack will be our drum roll. You guys ready? 15 seconds. Alright, let's see.
Sounds like bookmap.
Yeah, right, bookmap noises. That's funny, I was thinking of adding market pulse today. There we go. Okay, so we get in that ES short position? No, I'm kidding. This would not be a supply short anymore, guys, because they pulled all the orders. Equities tried to react bullish. Tesla, another new high day right there. Waiting, man. This price action is awful. VIX with a huge drop. It spiked higher first and then it dropped. Which means, remember, even though we're looking at this bar and it looks like it's higher, it's actually closed lower. So, bullish? No, I'm just kidding. Maybe. No, weighted index equities getting weak again. How did gold react? Gold didn't give us that big of a reaction. I'm actually a little surprised there. No trade zone. CVD's been pushing higher. Weighted index trying to move lower. Definitely have some bearish sentiment to it. Have some bullish sentiment to it. And when that happens, that's a 50-50. We don't want to put risk on the table. Guys, let's look at the millisecond chart. Just kidding. Sort of liking this dip here on the 1 minute on ES. Not
Where's
taking.
Jeremy?
What's that?
Where's Jeremy with his millisecond charts?
I know, right, bro? We miss it. The 15-second charts. I could never, man. I'm too impatient. Not impatient, but just not that patient.
There you go.
You got something, Charlie? Oh, he sent. Oh, he sends a screenshot of the 3-second. Nice, thank you.
Yep.
Chop City ASF. Yes, sir. I'm locked out, so I guess I'll see you Monday. One more day till payout. Good job, Leo, man. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I know. We're gonna wait. Listen, man, I don't know about going too soon. Michigan consumer sentiment just came in. Maybe we possibly move higher on ES towards the 63.54 for a short position. Definitely want to be crazy patient, though, because right now we're range bound. We would look to sell the highs, buy the lows. So we'll see if we get towards those highs. Now, see, there's that dip again on the 1 minute. That's why I was like, nah. That's why I don't like the 1 minute. Those lower time frames, very weak, very poor. 10:03, guys. Price action remains like this. We'll be wrapping it up early. Why isn't it updating my NAS chart? There we go. If things didn't look so bearish, I would be buying this dip right here for longs. But because of how it's looking and selling pressure is still here, just don't want to be going long while we're selling off, and I don't want to be going short while we're moving higher. Do that John Wick on NASDAQ right there. Man, that original entry I had, that's so funny. NAS near some support here, so don't go short near these lows. Even though it's tempting. Don't do it. What I saw. Shorted after. Nice. There you go, NAS trying to melt again, but be careful. We don't want to sell the lows. Almost want to try NAS along here, but we actually have a demand zone a little bit further lower on NASDAQ on the 15. This 36 was an area of buyers, and I would actually consider longs on NASDAQ down here, 36. Stop loss around like 24. But we'll have to really see how price action is, because right now we're selling off. Gotta sort of see it with Bookmap as like when price is moving into these big orange levels, that like it's moving into an area that's like cushioned. And if it's cushioned enough and we're not strong enough to break it, it's going to hold. Let's see. Big sellers, bro. This is wild. Oh, so check it, check it. Here we go. Perfect. There's a low right there. Gonna mark that white. Possible NAS longs off that liquidity sweep in that demand zone. So I'm looking for NAS longs off the 36. Looking for lows to hold, but if equities stay weak, we're probably just gonna rip right through it. Rip your face off. Let's see. Let's zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. What's going on here? Alright, well, the next area of support, if we do break this area, is around 23,193. We have any levels? Ooh, 23,200. 23,200. Okay, so if we don't hold this level, 23,200's longs. If we do hold this level, then this level is longs. But we'll see. Got to be patient, let it play out. What I'm looking for is a dip into these levels. I'm looking for aggressive buyers to start to step in and hold us. And I will take it long around 37. Stop by like 28. Like a 9-point stop loss there on NQ. I guess right now I have my entry at 34 and stop loss 25, so we'll see. There's demand. Give us that liquidity sweep, which is at 34. There's 37. ES is in an area of support too. Now what? This demand zone's not looking bad. We just held it on the 1 minute, but we haven't closed green yet, so we'll wait. Weighted index is still pretty bare. Possible long entry at demand now. Like a tick below demand. 220 left in the 5 minute here.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, what's up, back? What's up, back on front?
Back in black.
Paint it black. How's our 15-minute orb? Oh man, we had the double break already. Except on NASDAQ. NAS looks like it is trying to hold this demand zone right now. It has some aggressive buyers trying to step in. How's a 15-minute time frame look? That will help me. That's major. It's tough. 30-minute, also tough. Yup, there's that buying. Off demand, looking like ripping to the bell. Depending on how we close on this 5 minute will be if I take a long position. If we close green, I'll look for a long, but look at weighted index is trying to push lower still. VIX is trying to move lower, which is bullish. ES hit an area of support near our open price too. My book map looks different. That's just because it's a bit more zoomed in. Like yours is like a bit more zoomed in like that. Think like squeezed in. You just gotta zoom it out. That big emptiness was when we had that consumer confidence report come in. Now, come on, yes, one more stop hunt, right? Everybody that thinks we're reversing now, who are going long right now, who didn't let the 5 minute close for 45 seconds because they couldn't wait 45 seconds. Let's see if it's a stop hunt one more time. Meta gets killed every day, bear trap. I know, right? Meta has been just dropping lately. Look, 694 right now. Is that breaking 700 just this morning? That's also making it very hard for things like NASDAQ and ES to push higher. I mean, look at Meta's pushing lower. Apple, huge sell-off candle. Amazon selling off. ES and Q are gonna struggle. It's making it hard for these longs. I do like the weighted index had support down here yesterday. That's also lining up with demand. So we'll see if we get one more sweep here. I'd like to find a long on NQ. Where's our point of control? A little bit lower. Looks okay for longs, guys. I don't want to jump in again up here because then my stop loss is swayed. If you enter up here, it's like, oh, where's my stop loss? Like, do I really want to risk an extra 20 points on this? No. Meanwhile, I could wait for my entry. Weighted index is still trying to move lower, so it's like I wouldn't even want to go long right now anyways. And we're hitting a point that was support this morning. Now we're below, it could work as resistance. So, sitting on our hands, we're being patient. We gotta think, we're like dogs, right? We gotta wait, we gotta sit. Definitely looking like we're trying to squeeze higher, no doubt about it. No doubt it. There we go. There we go. Equities, man, so weak. Think we run for another leg here. I don't know, but I really wanted to see demand, right? I wanted to see everybody that thinks we're going short down here, that's trying to chase these lows to the downside, get swept up. 34 was a pivot low from yesterday inside this demand zone. If weighted index was holding up higher, I would definitely be taking NASDAQ long on this pullback, but it hasn't been holding higher. And equities are still selling off. ES just drops lower. Careful that NQ doesn't follow suit. Probably going to. Very range bound. I had ES demand. About 33, only 9 points away, so it's not that far off. Would call for another move lower, so I'm going to wait on the longs. I'm not jumping in long right up here. Good morning, guys. Guys, YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Let's try to hit 20. So dope. Appreciate y'all. This area was a support zone on NQ, around 52. Broke it, then it was resistance right here. We'll see again if it wants to work as resistance. That's that 52 right here. That probably would have been a nice short entry, I'm thinking. So does it want to give us that short entry? Probably not. Not again. Alright, here we go. We're moving down towards my zone I was looking for longs. But we'll have to really see us hold. Did we break that low? No, we didn't. We just tapped demand again. Dude, it's like I almost want to take that on the retest of demand. Alright, you know what? We'll try to take that on the retest of demand. Try to get filled around 36 then. But it's like I don't want to try to get long for the sake of just being long. I'm going to move it for a second. Create limit order. We'll be ready to send it out. So we're at demand again. Weighted index still selling off. There's that break of that low I was looking for. So now if we could get a quick reaction, I'll take it. If we don't, then it's just no trade right here. Okay, let's see. This is where I'd like to see us sort of turn around here off this 27 level. Weighted index in an area of support. We could wait a second and just sort of wait for that reaction still, because we're still in demand. Nvidia selling off really strong right now, though. If we start to hold... I'm going to take it light. Stop loss near the low we just made. Looking for a quick pullback. It might just go right to stop loss with the selling pressure of Nvidia right now. But really looking for it to just stop punt anybody trying to sell these lows. So it's going to be a scalp. Yeah, look at that. That volatility's getting wild right now. Gonna go stop punt. Yeah. Alright, guys. No more trades today. We gotta take today for what it is, and that's a little bit of a loss. We had a killer win streak, guys. Since last Friday to yesterday, just absolutely demolished the market. So, is it going, like we mentioned earlier, right? A lot of times when we have great trades Monday through Thursday, what happens on Friday sort of likes to reverse on us. So we could be patient. We could wait for a better setup. It's 10-16, but in all honesty, it's not worth giving back our profits, guys. It's never worth it. ES has just been selling off like there's no tomorrow. NASDAQ too. I mean, ES was so close to that short entry. That was it. ES coming near a key level right now. Getting an alert. NASDAQ selling off even further. Glad we trusted the stops. Key level on ES right here. VIX trying to move higher. Be careful, I wouldn't take it long. I wouldn't take it short either right down here. Yeah, guys, major no trade zones down here. We don't want to be trying to chase anything or trying to think we're trying to buy the lows when we're clearly pushing lower. Let's just wait. Could either wait or just not take any more trades. Because again, losing money is not the goal. It's making money and maintaining it. Yeah. A lot of resistance above us. Might even be a good spot to short. Like a scalp short. Nvidia's been selling off. I do wish I was on the short side today. I've definitely had bias wrong on that, trying to buy these longs. Still near a support level though. I'm not saying we're not, but I don't want to be trying to convince. Again, we're not in the game to try to convince ourselves of something that's not really there. This 33 level is what I was looking at originally. Now we have 63.31, 63.30. Possible buyers on ES. We have aggressive sellers right here. So again, I do think we want to move lower. See if we get a strong move lower to like 30. Let's see. Look at that, man. It's holding this key level right now. Really close to that demand zone, dude. That weighted index at that area of support. I don't know, man. Definitely, this is what I was saying earlier. I don't like the price action. It's, in my opinion, awful. $15-minute, just closed before, just reopened. It's got 10 minutes for a new one to close. Equities, for the most part, are still bearish. Trying to pull back a little bit here. Nothing wild. Could wait for the 5 to close here. Looks like it's trying to give us a reversal candle. We can see where our point of control is trading. In the middle on NASDAQ. Where is it on ES? It's going to be very important. That's a lower. I wouldn't trust longs then. It's just, I don't know, man. Weighted index at support. I hate this price action. Apple's pushing higher. Nvidia's trying to push higher. But then equities end up pushing lower. So it's like, do we want to really try to go long again? Fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 4,000 times? But do we really want to try to short these lows too? No. Should have stuck with my short buy. Dude, I'm telling you. I know, me too, man. I'm definitely kicking myself a bit on the whole bias situation this morning. But can't be that mad at ourselves. We have to just readjust and do better next time, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm wrapping up the stream in just a minute. I hope you guys were able to learn something today. We had great pre-market analysis. We had our zones. We had our levels. Markets just didn't hit them. And that's okay. It happens. We had a great winning streak going. Got to just keep that momentum up. So when we take a losing day like today, we got to just take it for what it is. Try to keep our losses at a minimum. And that's it. That is it. ESNQ. Like at this point, a reversal would be trapping tons of sellers because a lot of people are expecting continuation. Nice, there we go. Aggressive buying, get some follow through. Cool, cool. Like, bro, what are these markets? You guys saw that, right? The clean climb and then just a second for a drop. Don't trade these markets, guys. It's not worth it. It's not. We gotta recognize when days are not worth it, and today is not worth it. Yo, FL, you saw that, man, right? Markets were like, yeah, 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 yo, yo.
I got caught on that one.
He caught me too a little bit. I was trying to take a little off top. I was like, all right, let me take a small trade here, and it was like, no, no longs today. So sorry. But again, it happens. Gotta take it for what it is. And for what it is it's not a good trading day today. We had a great week, great profits, 5-day win streak, ends today. It is what it is. We live to trade another day. That's it. That's it. We live to trade another day, guys. That is it. We'll be back Monday. Guys, have a great day. I'm going to wrap up the stream early. I got that meeting. I will see you guys on Monday. Any questions, please feel free. Shoot me a message on Instagram, on Discord, wherever you guys